Hey YouTubers, and thank you for tuning in to today's Flip Up toy review. I've got two Flip Up products here. Now, it's been quite a while, and it looks like one of the Flip Up products has actually started to move. They're already in the bed though. That wasn't fairly nice, eh? But anyways, it's been quite a while. They actually haven't been making as many Christmas 2021 themed toys, eh? Because obviously we had 2 or 3 weeks off away from doing Christmas products though back in November of 2021. I suppose it was really trendy back then, but yeah, December 2021, like all Decembers of every year, Christmas is always, it's always very trendy whenever you think about this merry time of the year. But yes, anyways, let me just go ahead and grab the webcam, and let me just show you most of, not all of the Christmas items I've made for 2021. I did a link that looks like, well, it's basically an elf, as we all know. It's like a classic Link sort of elf door hanger there. I'm just checking that his arm isn't ripped off, eh? I also did a candy cane red panda as well. Chose that for the fact it's a East Asian type of creature, and also is pretty much, endangered. And then I also had some other souvenirs. There was like a Spaldy the Peacock Christmas card, and also like, apart from that, there was also like a Christmas tree cart figure 5-pack. And it was also like some sort of wreath and whatever the Luminaire I'm doing at the moment there, eh? And yes, as we come towards Boxing Day, which I believe is the day after Christmas, unfortunately I don't think I'll be able to make as many Vietnam 2021 themed toys, because you know why? Well, the year is nearly coming to a great big dead end. And goodbye, good riddance 2021. You've been quite difficult at the start, but man, you have brought so much frivolity and so much tasks which are so arduous, even in the middle part of the year. But I have to say, I'd definitely say July, August, September, October, November, and December. I'd definitely say maybe June, probably the 16th of June. I'd probably say, and the 16th of July, possibly 2 of the best summer days, I suppose, because the heat wave sort of helped to revive the Flip Up company from being worse to great. And you know what? That looks fairly nice, I suppose, hey? So, we're going to take a look at our first product here, which is of course, let me just take a look at the packaging is already starting to unpack itself. And the product that you just saw now was a Origami Christmas 2021. It was called a Rudolph and Reindeer herd. I think it was called a basic, oh sorry, I should have said the word basic at first, don't I? But just pretty much taking my time at the moment though, because I don't need to write at videos. But yes, there you go. It's a 15-pound sort of 12-pack, I think. It's a basic Rudolph and Reindeer herd with Christmas present sleigh 12-pack. I think that's what it's called. And I think that's what the sleigh looks like. Basically, a reindeer with some swirlies are meant to represent, I think they represent the sleigh. RDH 2188. The back of the packaging looks like that. Obviously it does pretty much make some, very obvious sense that, Santa Claus and his reindeer, even Rudolph, or especially Rudolph, I should have said there, come every Christmas Eve to deliver so many freaking a lot of Christmas presents to a lot of the either naughty or nice children, either they're getting like, a pile of coal if they're naughty, or something really nice, like a very precious Christmas toy, or possibly the most expensive thing to buy, a Dyson vacuum cleaner. Okay, that looks fairly nice though, £15. I think this is my second reindeer themed product though that I've actually made, because obviously I know for the fact that reindeer themed products take a long time to produce. Well, this one took about, I don't know what I'm saying here, but I've got a funny feeling that this took about 3 to 5 days to produce the whole product, I suppose. So let's take a look at the sleigh first. Obviously the sleigh, it looks good from the outside, but I think the way it's been designed, it's a little bit sloppy though. It's quite iffy at the back, not really crisp. I definitely say that back detailing looks good. Oops, I've just dropped the sleigh. It's meant to represent the Christmas tree. Same thing on the front there, it's meant to represent a Christmas present, and also a Christmas tree by the looks of that design and whatnot. And there you go, there's the other sides. RDH2188. Not R2D2, but RDH2188. It's quite a nice looking design for a sleigh, apart from the fact that the sleigh looks like it's about to fall apart in my hands. Well, obviously, you know, it's not that bad. I think, obviously, there is a very weird reading though, which obviously does make sense though. In a sense, I'm trying to have the limit of 12 items. I can only limit myself to basically 5 or 6 or 12 items. Actually about 12. I think the maximum of, I think the amount of components is 12. I suppose so, but let's just take a look. There's actually some very weird jarring readings there. Overall though, it looks quite interesting. It says Santa Claus entities and reindeer rain attachment knots like strings, ropes and ribbons are not included in the set. So that's a bit strange, but nevertheless you can pretty much, you know, fit in some, you know, whatever you're going to pretty much represent the reindeer pulling the sleigh, something pretty long and stuff like that, but it's pretty nice, eh? It's got some fairly nice detailings of red and white to represent the archetypal colours of Santa Claus. But there you go, it looks quite a nice looking sleigh. To be quite obviously honest, although those back parts are quite sloppy, to me it's actually quite a respectable looking sleigh. Quite a good looking model actually though, apart from the back. Yeah, those slots, so it makes the model, you know, just sloppy in the way it's been designed. Now, maybe I was folding it quite roughly though, but nevertheless, that's just me. Marvellous. Okay, and then we've also got some of those Christmas presents. Aren't those the same Christmas presents that, you know, isn't that the same colour being used for the penguin beaks and feet for my Penguin Crop World penguins? Now, that was quite memorable, and strangely enough, and I'm actually sort of thinking, when am I going to bring back the Penguin Crop World franchise? Well, January 2022 is most likely, but I don't know. I have to say, I think by Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, I might do 3 products on the first full week of January, because that first week of January is, of course, well, just, you know, Saturday, so it's just a weekend, just the first 2 weekend days, and then you've got the full week, which is coming up sooner or later, which I suppose, you know what I mean, it will be like Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, for a lot of college students going back already though, while the school students are going back early, I suppose, but yes, it's actually quite a nice looking Christmas present, and nevertheless, you can put some various things inside. I don't know, you can put like different toys, maybe food if you're very naughty. Shouldn't relate into junk food or confectionery or other food in that aisle though, because I'll be pretty much, you know, I'll just say it, I'll be pretty much bringing up minors on YouTube and basically let people sort of spam and what they do, which in a sense is very naughty though. But anyways, let's take a look at Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer before I get a copyright strike on singing this song. But anyways, there you go, there's his bloody red nose. I hope it's not bloody overall, because red noses doesn't mean blood. Okay, and there's his hooves, beautiful black hooves, and of course this, I have to say that the way these items have been created, it's like they've got some sort of artist who has actually came in and, oh look at that, the reindeer have actually got different eyes. How weird is that? But nevertheless, it's got some tail detailings like that. Looks beautiful. Disappointing factor, there's no licensing info. That's a sign factor that, you know, it may look quite nice, but yet again it may look cheap. I can't remember all of the other 8 reindeer names. There is something relating to the fact that there are 8 reindeer that, you know, Santa Claus pulls, and I don't like that white fold coming out from here. Don't like it there. That sort of white fold coming from here. Just want to make it look like it's completely brown, that leg section of the reindeer. You know, sometimes the models aren't folded properly, but at other times they look like they are. Well, obviously I can have good models which are lavishly detailed with garish colours, but at the same time there's also colours which may make the model quite sloppy, but yet again, it can pull off at the same time look good. So there's two ways of being good. Oh no! Please don't let Proteus ram onto one of the reindeer's tails though. I don't know if it's Donner, or Blitzen, or Dancer, Prancer, Comet, Vixen. I don't know what the other reindeer names are. There's 8 different reindeers though in, you know, for what I can work out. I can't really remember whatever the frickin' hell am I talking about. But there you go. Here's one of the other reindeers. Strangely enough, the reindeers... Oh, that's weird. I bet you what, Rudolph may not be as tall as the other reindeer that I've just made so far, eh? I mean, look at this. I mean, this one here. I actually realised, oh, bit of a rain domino. How weird is that? Or a rain demino. How weird is that one, eh? For a bit of a pun, eh? You can do like a domino run to create some absolutely fantastic Christmas Goldberg or Rube Goldberg machines. Ho 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 ho! Yeah. There you go. It's quite a very nice looking, abstract looking head. But nevertheless, that's how I can pretty much render the reindeer. Obviously, the antlers and the ears, they look quite nice. Obviously, they are attached and folded to the whole head. So yes, it looks nice, and the antlers are part of the fold of the reindeer though. It's not a separate piece though. It's pretty much part of the whole, you know, reindeer factor, for the fact that, you know, if you would have made a model of a horned animal, or maybe an animal with things on the top of its head, like appendages of some sort, it may look quite complex, but I suppose it may represent either the ears or it could be the antlers. And there you go, that's what I tried to do though. Looking fairly nice though. I don't often say that whenever I make models, it's quite weird. I could look at the cost of whatever items I could pretty much sell for. There you go, it's quite nice though. Some of these reindeers have got like darkish brown heads. Others have got like, you know, lightish heads though, like Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer. Actually, I might have to grab Rudolph for a while, eh? Whew. It's a little bit light, but darker on the other side, eh? So sometimes those, how would you say it, sort of weird shadings on the colours, they're not as perfect as I might expect though, but, or you would have expected though, but it represents the creature and what it is. Actually, there is one fact about reindeer though, they're actually very strong migrants. And whenever you think about reindeer in the wild, in the summertime, whenever you get like flies, mosquitoes, midges, and other blood-sucking insects, you know what power actually stops insects from sucking blood like freaking vampires? I've actually noticed that reindeer can actually step on snow, in which the insects don't really like. And that's something to protect themselves from being, you know, completely harmed by the blood-sucking insects. And that's actually quite nice. And there's also another fact about reindeer, is that there is something I've actually realised, that these guys would actually travel north in the summer where the grass grows super green, and, you know, just like in springtime, the grass is green. And then when autumn time arrives and then winter retaliates back again, they move south, which is less cold, you know, but you know what, can be quite tough to thrive on. So yes, reindeers have various challenges in not just wintertime, but also in summertime, thanks to freaking climate change. And I think the IUCN, the International Union or Conservation for Nature, pretty much categorizes these animals as vulnerable. And but I think the reindeer themselves, as a species, they're actually not endangered, because I think there's not only just wild reindeer being protected in captivity. I think there's captive ones as well, either wild, but also domesticated ones as well, though, where, you know, the Sami people and the Inuits and other cold people, you know, indigenous people from, you know, up north in Scandinavia, they pretty much herd a lot of reindeer, though. And I suppose it's a lot of the reindeer which are domesticated in the UK, especially in those in Scotland there, where you can find them in, you know, the freaking Cairngorms National Park. I think these guys, I think they're mainly the domesticated versions of the Norwegian nominate species. I think The Norwegian reindeer. I think that's what it's called there. And it looks like produce is now starting to become quite sluggish. But this toy review is not over yet because we've got some seagulls to take a look at next. It may not sound Christmassy whenever you have seagulls involved, but nevertheless it does have a taste of winter. Okay, and it's this. It's called a 5th of Origami Flapping Birds British Wildlife Collection Wintering Lesser Blackback Gulls. Mixed forms and Earthworm Dance and Dig Dine Flock 12-pack, £15. The back of the packaging looks like that. I've actually realised compared to herring gulls, black-headed gulls and common gulls, lesser blackback gulls aren't that much of a worm eater. But they can do the same, whatever the frick they're doing, like, you know, that sort of weird Irish step dancing, river dancing trick where they can just tap on the ground just to arouse the worms, and the worms are attracted, and then the seagull gobbles them up, and then feeds the younger, I suppose, eh? That's pretty much, very significantly, well, obvious for what seagulls are like, though, if you get to know about them, I suppose, eh? As a bird watcher, for me, I'm pretty much a gull enthusiast, because I see them all the time, and they're very social. Okay, let's take a look at the winter one first. There you go, looks pretty nice, eh? Actually, yes, there's actually something pretty humorous. I might go back to that reindeer packaging and see something pretty funny and hilarious. And going back to the front packaging, it looks like that it is like, "Oi, that's my worm! Come back here!" And it's like, "Nah, mate, you ain't having it. This worm's mine." I don't know why, but as I'm sounding Australian though, but there you go. This is a wintering lesser blackback gull. As you can tell, there's some dirty brown streakings on its head. Turn it to the other side, and boy, oh boy, I think, yeah, that's the ultimate joy and frivolity of playing with Origami Flapping Birds. And there you go. There's the name, wintering lesser blackback gulls. I suppose lesser blackback gulls, I think darker races, like, the ones from Scandinavia, actually arrive in October. But from what I can work out, a lot of the lesser blackback gull type gulls, like, herring gulls and, other similar sized gulls in the Laura's genus, I think that's what it's called, eh? There you go. That's the breeding form of the lesser blackback gull. I think they tend to have their heads a little bit more like that. Okay, so when they are pretty much starting to feel like that it's the breeding season, like, late January or February, I suppose that's what these birds are like. They're actually not too bad. And I've actually realised these guys stop breeding by July and August. And then they, they do make a lot of raucous noise, but they are a nuisance, but as they are protected, it's illegal to kill them. Unless if you are a bird of prey or any other predator who comes in to clobber gulls and stuff like that. There's actually some worms here as well. Just a very regular worm, but what's very interesting is that, I think the worms look pretty cartoony, looking a bit like a freaking snake. It's funny I haven't made any snakes though recently, but, I don't know, maybe for next year, eh? But yeah, they look quite nice, those worms. And as you can just see in how, well, it's not that hot pink to me though, but it looks pretty nice though, in the way these guys have been rendered superiorly, I suppose, eh? Yeah, they're quite cheap and cheerful, but that's the whole spirit with the whole Flip universe, I suppose, eh? Just like what I do at Christmas time. Yes, we are coming close to Christmas 2021. Marvellous. And then we've also got this third winter lesser blackback gull. It's funny, they often have a similar sort of morph to the western gulls that you find in California and the western parts of the USA. Coastal wise, of course, and Mexico and Canada. They've also got those pink feet like that. I think that's like a transitional sort of plumage, I suppose, eh? There you go, there's its head. Got like brown streakings on its head. Maybe not. But there's also another thing I've actually realised about the third winter lesser blackback gull is, look at the beak as well. It looks more a tad lighter and peachier at the same time. It's a very different shade of yellow, I suppose, eh? There you go, third winter lesser blackback gull. And what's very strange is there's no brown patches on the wings here, which is, maybe there is, maybe there isn't. I might have to look very carefully though, if there are brown patches. Oh yes, actually they do have brown patches on the wings. Sorry, I didn't realise that. But anyways, let's come to the last two. These are the first winter lesser blackback gulls. These are like your sort of very eligible juvenile sort of lesser blackback gulls, are capable of flying while begging at their mums and dads at the same time, because you know they have to pretty much be, you know, depended by their mums and dads though to be well fed before leaving for independence, I suppose, if you are a seagull. Of course they've got black beaks and black tails, and I definitely say that says first winter lesser blackback gull, which is a fairly nice looking rendition of what you would actually see on a real bird, and it looks totally and utterly amazing. I mean, we do get too many seagull themed products, but this is amazing. That is chronically good, and one of the best rendered of all flip-flap toys I've actually produced so far for this year. And yes, I'll definitely say that by January of 2022, I'll be able to start producing Generation 126 toys. But anyways, I'm actually not yet finished with this whole video, because you know why? I'm going to show you something pretty humorous as I'm making this video, and I've noticed there was an iPod that just took his eyes away as I was making this whole freaking video and whatnot away. Actually, I want to go back to the same reindeer type product, because obviously there's something very humorous about that packaging there. Obviously, I've actually got a funny feeling. Look at that reindeer. Look at that reindeer. It's like, oh, where's my Christmas spirit? Why can't I have a Christmas spirit like you three? And it's like, come on. Get with it. I think there'll be more like. In fact, they're freaking teasing this guy here. I don't know if it's Donner or Comet or Blitzen or whatever, or maybe Dancer, Dasher, Prancer, all those freaking names of, you know, Santa Claus's reindeer. But anyways, if you really enjoyed in this Merry Christmas video, well, kinda, because we did have a look at some reindeer, I suppose, and some seagulls, strangely enough. But anyways, please give this video a like, subscribe for more flip-flap videos in the future, and as always, thank you so much for watching, and goodbye for now. Bye!